It's been a bright and sunny day as we come to you from Arizona. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. DA, it's all...
Well, guys.
Doing it all, DA. Thanks. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Cleveland, lurking in the basement of the conference for the time being. They're not pleased with their performance so far this season.
And seeing where the Cavaliers are, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Clarkson is out there with Garland. And it's Thompson in at the 5. Home in the paint. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Here's Love. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Even this early on, Brent, have you been on teams where you just knew changes were coming down the road?
Yeah, most of that, Kevin, I think happens because of internally what's going on with the team. On the floor, you're going to see guys operating in the offense, playing pick and roll, but
it's behind the curtains where you just begin to feel, right?
Good executives and good coaching staffs understand communicating to the people in the front office to say, hey, if we stay this way, our potential, instead of growing, is not knowing how low we're going to go. So we need to make some changes. So
it's the Cavaliers now. Devin Booker missing his last shot. And yes, it's good.
Not easy to prevent Tristan Thompson from scoring in that position. Got to try to body him up.
Rubio, the pass to Oubre. Kaminsky kicks to Booker. Here's Rubio. Good. Nice assist from Booker.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary. Even more difficult to defend.
No question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Here's Clarkson. And again, it's Cleveland.
That's a much better looking shot, Kevin, with the mechanics there. Good release point. Nice soft float on that jumper.
Now here's Booker. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Rubio outside. Ayton trying to break free. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 5 now.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Osman. Bangs home the trifecta.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And the pass to Kaminsky. Oubre outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Count that one. Booker's got his second basket of the night.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. And that one good from Clarkson.
Jordan Clarkson tries to be aggressive for most of the game. And when he's looking to score from the mid-range, if he knocks a couple down, he can be dangerous.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 5. Ayton up top. He's covered by Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the shot. And it's Phoenix scoring again. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game. And the Suns last year, second to last in defensive rating.
Well, a lot of that was points off of turnovers. They just could not take care of the basketball. A lot of teams feasting on young players and inexperienced players getting a lot of minutes for the Phoenix Suns.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Well, a great three-point shooting team for many, many years. The Cavs took a massive step backward last season. And their inability to score from downtown really cost them.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. John Henson's checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. Yeah, you know, you look at the problems the Cavaliers have had on offense, Brent, second to last in the league in total points a season ago.
Yeah, they just didn't have shooters, Kevin, so really hard to get back into games where you have 10 and 12-point deficits and nobody to drill shots from the three-point line. They were okay inside the arc, but that ability to shoot, boy, that helps.
Now here's Johnson. Passes to Bridges. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Yeah, they matched up very evenly, and that's not a compliment to either side. Last season was a struggle for both squads, and now they're each looking to turn the corner.
You know, some people, Brent, have compared the hard-nosed Colin Sexton to Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that might be overshooting it a little bit. Russell is Russell, quite frankly, but at 6'2" with those long arms, is he a bigger version of maybe Eric Bledsoe, who played his early years with the Clippers and now with the Bucks, where he can get out and defend, use that body and size a little bit to bowling ball his way into the interior and make some things happen.
The screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
The Suns shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And the free throw, no good.
Tyler Johnson, a guy that can come off the bench and explode in terms of some scoring and change the pace of the game. And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Now here's Johnson. No points in the game yet for him. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Floats one. And that one, good. And with the roll change for Johnson, Brent, he adjusted well.
He did adjust well, and now here in Phoenix, you wonder how the new coaching staff is going to use him. He's a change-of-pace player, left-handed, strong and aggressive. It'll be interesting to see how this year he makes some jumps in his game.
And so here's Cleveland after the Suns pick up 2. Here's Osman. Saric grabs the board.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Dellavedova dishes to Sexton. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Here's Sexton. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Well, Sexton has tremendous athleticism and a great motor.
Oh, and he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin? They just did.
Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
We'll get right back to the action when we return. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like I can guard both positions.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in the quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Suns. Inside, Saric and Bain. Tyler Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Johnson in at the 3.
In a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard, John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do at the fast break.
All right, David, a welcome change. Thank you. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Booker.
And Booker, a fantastic shooter. When he's got his feet underneath him, he's one of the best in the league.
Lobbed up there for Love. It's stolen by Sharp. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Pass to Love. Clarkson on the wing. Defended by Bridges. And that one good from Clarkson.
Creating something off of the dribble. Nice job with the bounce. I like watching Jordan Clarkson when he's in go-go mode.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
So for the Suns, Kaminsky, he's checked in for Saric. Oubre comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Johnson. And Cleveland with a change here too. Thompson, he's checked in for Larry Nance. Shots good by Clarkson. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns.
Yes.
I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
Pass to Kaminsky. Out left to the wing, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And Thompson sends it back.
Tristan did a great job of elevating to deny that one.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The coaching staff in Cleveland really raved last year about the way that Colin Sexton worked. It's going to be really interesting with Coach Beilein as the head man this year in Cleveland, how he deploys Colin Sexton, what he asks him to do. Is he capable of taking this system and heading it up right away as they come out of training camp? An interesting thing to watch. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points, and he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And I remember at Alabama, Coach Avery Johnson tried to find ways to keep Sexton out of the gym at night. Johnson worried that Sexton would wear himself out.
Well, he's in the gym before practice, stayed late after practice. Off days was coming in, early mornings, late nights. I would call that motivation, Kevin, and all of that might have paid off with Sexton making his way to the NBA and having an impressive rookie season.
Here's Clarkson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Clarkson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, a lot of ways that Clarkson can beat you. Most of the time it's off the dribble, but when he's shooting the ball well, he's a dangerous offensive player.
Cavaliers leading. And here is Garland. And again, it's Cleveland. Now Rubio. He's got 12. The pass to Booker. And here is Ayton. Defended by Sexton. Oh, Ayton in position. 1:14 left to play in the first half. Timeout called Cleveland.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him. But Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost.
And Phoenix making a change here. Baines is checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, John Henson's checked in for Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Colin Sexton. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's Phoenix now. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. Trailing by 2. Here's Baines. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Rubio. How he did last season. He was around 12 points per game last year. 6 assists and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times. What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Baines passes to Booker. 6 to shoot. That one goes. Count it.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. For Phoenix, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
There's no doubt that Devin Booker possesses a lot of great talent. The question around the league is when the team becomes competitive that he's playing with, can he consistently carry the load on his shoulders?
Rubio outside. Baines. Johnson outside. Booker looking around. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Booker's got 11 points in the quarter.
Every time he gets going like this, Kevin, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie, Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points and 1 assist. Tonight isn't an exception as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
It's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Clarkson is the 2 with Osman the 3. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. And it's Garland in at the point.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And there's Booker on the assist by Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
And that one's good. Osman. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Booker outside. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Ayton kicks to Oubre. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Garland. Here's Clarkson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the deal.
Rubio dishes to Ayton. Rubio in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. Rubio's got 15 points. Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it.
It's good. 20 points for Devin Booker.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Clarkson against Booker. Clarkson passes to Garland. Clock at 6. Unloads from 13. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Phoenix making some changes. Sharch comes in for Frank Kaminsky. And it's Johnson in for Ricky Rubio. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Nance is checked in. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
Well, a great attack from Johnson, and he appropriately finishes it off with the jam.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's the teardrop, and Garland puts it in.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is. And there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Well, the development for DeAndre Ayton is going to be all about the pick and roll, both how he runs it and defends it.
I agree, Kevin. If he works with Devin Booker out there as an offensive threat and becomes a guy who can roll with good hands and finish, that's a key for their offense. And you look at his size defensively, he can be imposing.
Sharch outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for the Phoenix Suns. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Johnson. And taken away by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And then Johnson with the jam. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Henson's checked in for Love. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Garland. It's Sexton on top of the key. Over Johnson. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Nance. Sexton's got 13.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent. But some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization that help these players understand where that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that.
No.
Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Well, John Henson is out there to attack the glass and try and be a force. This is a big part of how he generates any of his offense.
Johnson double teamed. Passes it to Johnson. And Jaric kicks to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Top of the key. And Henson pulls it down. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. The shot's good from Nance.
Used to getting pushed around a little bit, Larry Nance Jr. does a nice job of finding enough room to score.
Pass to Baines. Johnson outside. They double team Johnson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Johnson outside. That's the free fly. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. And the Suns lead by 2 as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Now, here's Sexton. Tight defense on him. From deep three-point range. No good there.
Gritty effort on the defensive end. Johnson showing how quick he can be on both ends of the floor.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Suns lead by 2. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Okay, time now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Jordan Clarkson. What's the news there, Dave?
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Cavaliers. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis, he may miss a number of games before making a return. I'll let you know more details as soon as I find them out. Kevin?
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
Rubio and Johnson pairing up in the backcourt. Kaminsky out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. That one falls. 20 points for Ricky Rubio.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Garland the pass to Osman. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, with Tristan's motor and that kind of reach, great job on finishing off the alley-oop.
Pass to Baines. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Makes it off the glass. Baines has got his first 2 points.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Phoenix making some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Oubre comes in for Bridges. And it's Devin Booker in for Tyler Johnson.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
They've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Now, here's Sexton, defended by Booker. Sexton's shot is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Booker the pass to Rubio. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight.
Now, Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul. Kevin Love's checked in for Larry Nance. Garland, the pass to Osman. Now, here's Garland, covered by Oubre. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pass to Sexton. Over Booker. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Sexton.
Well, that's in rhythm and right on target, as Sexton has a very well-rounded offensive game and playing in control now.
Rubio in the corner. It counts, and the foul. That one on Love.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
And that one falls for Ricky Rubio.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns' offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
And Thompson kicks to Garland. Nailed from three-point land.
Thompson doing a good job looking for his teammates, using his size to see over the defense.
Here's Booker. Again, Phoenix.
That's got to feel good. A guy who can score, stepping up and hitting buckets, as important as that one.
Garland dishes to Thompson. Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. To the inside. Love. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Ayton.
That's why Kevin Love with the ball right now is not a bad option.
Porter's checked in for Cleveland. And it's tied up with that one.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Shot from free throw range. And the Suns take on 2 more.
Such a creative scorer as Devin Booker. Look at him just checking out the options and scoring that time.
Here's Osman. Here's Thompson. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Ayton. Stolen by Garland. There's 1:40 left in the 4th quarter. Misses off the left iron.
And after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that back.
Here's Booker. There's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You gotta like seeing Devin Booker be aggressive, especially when he's shooting the ball, easily earning the foul that time.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Knight's checked in.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Love in the post, covered by Oubre. From 11 feet away. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Garland.
Kevin Love, great recognition as to what was happening there. Saw the floor, saw the teammate, and saw the passing opportunity.
Passes it to Ayton. He's looking for Kaminsky and finds him. It's in!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 4. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Devin Booker.
Yeah, his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Larry Nance is checked in for the Cavaliers. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what John Beilein said to his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. We're going to make a move. It's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it, Kevin.
Shot clock at 5. For 3, Booker sinks the three-pointer. Now It's a 7-point Suns lead.
Booker right now finding some room out there behind the three-point line to get himself going.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're trailing by 7. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
Good!
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbound.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Osman, it's money from deep.
Creating easy baskets for his teammates, just one of Kevin Love's strengths.
And so it's Phoenix who scrape by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K.